Alright, so in this video we're going to learn about the equation of a periodic function. You've seen equations before, something like y equals mx plus c. That was the equation of a straight line, and you knew that m was the gradient and you knew that c was the y-intercept. In a similar way, we've got the equation of a periodic function, y equals a times sine bx plus c, and the a value, the b value, and the c value are all going to tell you something different about a periodic function. So we're going to just play with each of those in turn. So here we have a sine curve, y equals sine x. This is the most basic of sine curves. You can see it passes through the origin, it goes up to 1. It has a period of 3.14, which is pi. It has a period of 6.28, which is 2 pi. That's once around the circle. And that's about it. Let's see what happens when we change the a value of this. To help, here's Maggie.
I wonder what happens when I move the a slider. Do I have any time to go?
Okay, you can pause it.
So as you can see, the a slider appears to change the amplitude. If the a value is positive, our graph will be as we expect it. This is a sine curve, so it starts at 0 and moves upwards. But if we change the a value to a negative value, it flips it upside down and it starts going downwards. So the a value controls the amplitude. A value, amplitude. Add a negative sign would flip the curve.
I wonder what happens when I move the b slider.
So it looks like the b value is going to affect the period. The larger the b value, the smaller the period. If we go between 0 and 1, say 0.5, we're stretching it out. And if we get a negative b value, it flips it around the y-axis. So the b value controls the period. We'll look at a formula for that a little bit later on. So let's create a formula for the period. The period is equal to 2 pi over the b value. The period is equal to 2 pi over the b value. So if we go back to our example, at the moment the period is, let's go to b equals 1. The period is equal to 2 pi over 1, which is 2 pi. If I move to b equals 2, the period is equal to 2 pi over 2, which is just pi, 3.14. So that's our formula. Period is equal to 2 pi over b. Now, I wonder what happens with the c value.
What do I do with the c slider? Done.
Alright, so here we can see that the c slider is going to affect the vertical shift. Moves up if the c value is positive, moves down if the c value is negative. Okay, so the c is going to handle our vertical shift. And it does exactly what you'd expect it to. Positive, it goes up, and negative, it goes down. So now we have a full equation of a periodic function, y equals a sine bx plus c. A affects the amplitude, b affects the period, and c affects the vertical shift. So a is going to affect the amplitude, b is going to affect the period, and c is going to affect the horizontal shift.